Do it. You know I do? Keep moving. Do that. And keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Okay. My name is Frank Ferrante, and I am an actor and a director, and I'm performing my show, An Evening with Groucho, here at the Kent Meridian Performing Arts Center.
He's the grandpa.
You're the grandpa, and you're the... You could be anything. You could be anything.
I'll be the granddaughter.
You be the okay. Well, we had a little workshop, a little outreach. We did some improv classes, some exercises to demonstrate what it's like to be in the mindset of a comic actor. Okay. So I was working with about 25 wonderful students. Let's make the stakes high. Very top of the Space Needle. Before I go on stage, I do basic warm-ups. I'm doing physical warm-ups, yoga-like warm-ups, vocal warm-ups, and there's no other way of really doing it well without that kind of physical and vocal warm-up for this type of show, which is verbal comedy, singing, and I do a lot of interactive material, a lot of improv with the audience. Play. There's no wrong. Just stay in it. Stay in it. All right?
I'm gonna tell my mom on you.
I was a self-conscious kid. I was a shy kid. I was inhibited, and I think I knew that I had to get out of my shell, and I was able to through performance. And if there were just a few here who I made feel more comfortable, then that I think has merit. And I always enjoyed seeing people that were doing it for a living. And my point was, the more you do, the more you go up here and just kind of put yourself out there in life and get in front of people, the easier it is. And the more you can accomplish, not just in the arts but necessarily, but in business or whatever line of work you get into. I mean, almost all of us have to be in front of people. And I'm in front of people constantly. And these kids were in front of each other, in front of me, a stranger, and there seemed to be enough trust there that they would play. And I always feel there's nothing to lose. And to this day, I feel like when I say yes, good things come of it. I've always was told that Milton Berle is one of the great comedians. He was the biggest television comedian, was the first great TV comedian. And I used to have lunch with him sometimes, and he once said to me, Francis, he called me, do everything, do everything. I thought, what do you mean? That's not very discerning, I thought. And then I realized, I started hearing that voice in my head. And so someone would say, Frank, do you want to do a benefit? And maybe I didn't feel like doing it. I did it. Frank, do you want to do this little The more I did, the more work came my way. I have had more opportunity, made more money by saying, and had more joy by saying yes. So when these kids get up here and they say yes to it and go inside and try, and we all stumble. There's no getting around that. We're going to. But the more we do it, it takes away some of that, alleviates some of the fear. And I think that's what maybe a few of them had that experience today. These guys' minds and these gals' minds, they work fast, okay? So this is kind of just getting you in that kind of mindset. There's a few points that I was trying to make. Listen and respond. Focus. Sorry. Good. Relax. Breathe. These are things that we need to do in life. And you can say it. My point was, we're not judging, but we always feel like we're judged. But I try to create a somewhat safe space where you can kind of be foolish and do whatever you feel will come out of you. Now, some of the stuff needs guidance, and that's what I try to do. Is to guide. But basically, it was about trying to create some kind of experience in front of people in the few minutes I had with them, and to give a sense of confidence and some joy. And I want you to really physicalize it. So, you know when I see you. But I think it's important to try to reach not just the ones that are obviously interested and talented, but those who may need a little encouragement and suggestion. But fortunately, then you make your statement.
My chickens got out.
You want young people to feel good about themselves and confident. And there's enough challenges in the world that young people are dealing with. And so, you try to give them tools. I think it's important, particularly in the arts. I think it's a miracle that I've been able to do what I do for so long, and not just playing this particular role of Groucho, which I love doing, but that I can be in the theater as a director and as an actor. And, I love it. And maybe a few of them will go, maybe I'll consider that option, in the arts. You're talented, obviously, so have fun, and you got some attitude, which is good. For me, this is much harder than doing any show, because it's not what I do. So I always have great anxiety around it, but when I do it, I realize how wonderful it is.
All right.
And I'm reminded
Give him another
of
task.
kind of the purity that's out there. You know,
that?
these young lives.
Tell him to, tell
You
him
know,
to do
and that
if you
you know,
can
we
tell-
have a duty, don't we? You know, in a way to elevate and be kind and be guides. So I like being in this position on occasion. The more you do things like that, the more fun life is, and the easier all this becomes. So thank you for participating.